Good afternoon, I'm Mark. Final weather update for you. We now have a tornado warning in effect for part of Butte County and Plumas County. It is this area highlighted in that polygon, highlighted in red right here. It's for this cell that's just to the west of Berry Creek. Doppler radar does indicate that there could be rotation with this, and because of that, we do have a tornado warning now in effect for this area. The rotation is relatively weak, but there is rotation with this, meaning that with a motion off to the north and to the east, areas near Berry Creek and Brush Creek, you should be taking precautions right now. You should be inside because we could be seeing a tornado with this thunderstorm. We are also seeing a severe thunderstorm warning. That's this other area highlighted in yellow, and that is in effect until 4:30 this afternoon. The tornado warning itself is in effect until, let me put this up here. The tornado warning is in effect until also 4:30 this afternoon. So again, the movement here is off to the north and to the east. And if I take this back off the screen, we just got another severe thunderstorm warning as well for the area around Chico. It's this cell in here. So just within the last 15 minutes or so, things have really started to bubble up in this area north of Sacramento. So we have two severe thunderstorm warnings and a tornado warning. This cell near Chico does have hail with it, and as you can see, we have some pretty heavy downpours with this as well as likely some hail. Let me just step off the screen for just 1 second because of that severe thunderstorm warning and that tornado warning. I wanted to let you guys know what you should be doing in case we do have a tornado in your area. If there is a tornado in your area, you want to be taking shelter immediately. You want to be staying indoors. You want to be away from windows. You can call that up on computer number 2, if you will, guys. There it is. So you want to take shelter, stay inside, and that's the areas that we're talking about for folks in the Berry Creek area. So you want to stay away from windows. When we get a tornado at this time in this area, the winds will come out of the south and the southwest, which means you want to stay away from windows on the south and west side of your house. And you want to be in an interior room, like a bathroom or maybe something on the north side of your house. That's where you want to be in these areas where we're advising you to take shelter because of this warning that's in effect. That warning is in effect until 4:30 this afternoon. Let's go back to radar again. So it's this cell that once again is tracking off to the north and to the east. Let me do an animation on that, and you can see that it's moving relatively quickly, but you can see the motion, but you can also see just how heavy that cell is. This at least has some hail with it, probably enough to cover the ground, as well as heavy downpours, maybe enough to cause some roadway flooding, but that's not really the threat that we're looking at here. What we're really more concerned about is the rotation that is going on with this. Let me shift over to the velocity mode on this, and what you'll see here is that we have motion that is coming this way and then motion that's coming this way, and it's this couplet right here that's just to the west of Berry Creek. That's where you are seeing that rotation is indicated on Doppler radar. Right now we do not have official reports of a sighting of a tornado. So I want to be clear about that. This is Doppler indicated, but it's a clear enough indication on Doppler radar that there is rotation. You also have to keep in mind that this is a pretty good distance away from the radar at this time. So we're also looking up into the air. We may be a couple of thousand feet off the ground with this. So what you may not be looking at is rotation that's necessarily right on the ground, but you are certainly seeing rotation aloft. And that's why we do have this tornado warning in effect. If you just joined us, this tornado warning is in effect until 4:30 this afternoon for areas north of Oroville. So here's Oroville right here. It's just off to the north and to the east in parts of Butte County as well as into Plumas County. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect in the Chico area. That has hail and heavy downpours and probably enough to cover the roadways. We are going to be keeping you updated on these thunderstorms, and we're just going to keep going with this as we go through the rest of the afternoon. And as I look at this a little bit more on this scan, you can see a very well-defined pattern here. You see a little bit of an inflow here, and back in here there's certainly a dry slot. So it does appear as though this is taking on a pretty good indication that there is rotation with this, and we do have Doppler indicated rotation. Let me go back to that again because this is looking even better here. What you see here are pixels that are rotating in different directions. So in other words, let me just do this. So in other words, right here we have radar indicated winds that are going 45 miles an hour in one direction, and then on the other side they're going 55 miles an hour in the other direction. So what you're seeing there is winds going in two different directions right next to each other. So that is what we call Doppler indicated rotation. So again, for those of you in the Berry Creek area, for those of you in the Brush Creek area, all of these areas north of Lake Oroville, northeast of Lake Oroville, we want you to take shelter right now. So again, stay indoors. I know you get a tornado warning in your area and you want to go out and take a look at it. Well, that's the last thing you really want to do. You don't want to be outside when one of these things come your way, because what we have with one of these kind of cases is flying debris. We see this quite often, that a tornado in our area will have winds of 75, 80 miles an hour. That's enough to pick up roof tiles and make them airborne, and you don't want to be in the way of roof tiles or branches and things like that become airborne. So it's damaging winds that are certainly a possibility with this tornado warning. Now, the warning itself extends all the way up here past Bucks Lake and Belden. These areas just short of Quincy, all of these areas are in the tornado warning. So if you're in, let's say, Bucks Lake, and you've gotten a warning that you are in this tornado warning, the cell that we're looking at is still well off to your south and to the west, but it is tracking in your direction. So you still have plenty of time to find shelter, make sure the kids aren't out playing in the yard, that sort of thing. Get everybody inside, get them safe while this cell does begin to track your way off to the north and to the east. As I said, with a tornado in this area, we usually see them, and it's tough to estimate accurately, but we often see them produce winds of 75, 80 miles an hour, something like that. And that's plenty enough to do damage. We'll also have to keep an eye on this cell down in here, because that one also looks as though it's starting to develop maybe a bit of rotation with that as well. You know, we've been looking at this all day long, and we were talking about it yesterday, and I'm talking about it again earlier today, that the atmosphere has been ripe for this sort of thing, that the atmosphere has been turning unstable, and things were relatively quiet throughout much of the afternoon, and they certainly still are in areas south of this. South of Highway 20, things are still relatively quiet, but it is these areas that now we have quite a bit of activity. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings and a tornado warning. So for some of you, you may have had your cell phone go off about a warning, and that's why we are on the air right now giving you these warnings and giving you this update. I'm going to go back to the other radar here for you and show you a better idea of what is going on here. So this is the area we're looking at, another view of it, if you will. And if I take the radar off of this, you'll be able to see, let me just take the radar off of that, take the radar layer off. And you can see how those warnings are layered on top of each other. And maybe it might be a little bit better mapping for you as well. So you can see where Lake Oroville is. So these are the warnings. I'll put the radar back on here in a second. So these are the warnings: severe thunderstorm warning, severe thunderstorm warning, and then the red area is the tornado warning. And you can see with that one where all the lightning is. Let me put the radar layer back on there for you, and then you can see what we're looking at. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mess with all of that on there, but this is the cell we're looking at. And you can also see on this version where we have the rotation being indicated from this cell, also some hail being indicated with that as well. So this is on the back edge of Lake Oroville. That's the Feather River right there coming down into Lake Oroville. And then this is where the rotation is. So that is moving off to the north and to the east, south of Highway 70, and likely will stay south of Highway 70 itself. Let me do a little bit of motion on this for you, and you'll be able to see how this is tracking. See how it's tracking off from the southwest to the northeast, with a lot of lightning and heavy downpours with that as well. This one that's over toward Chico is also producing some hail. Looks like it has some weak rotation with it. That's what you see right in here. That's a bit of rotation, but again, we do not have a tornado warning up for this one, but wouldn't be surprised if this one could produce a funnel cloud, or perhaps would even get upgraded to a tornado warning. That's what happened with this other one, just to the south of Paradise. It was a severe thunderstorm warning, and then just 2 minutes later, it got upgraded to a tornado warning. Let me go back to that one, just to give you a better idea of what it is that we're looking at there. Yeah, so that wide area is under a tornado warning. It goes from just outside of Oroville, but Oroville, if you got that warning and you're in Oroville, you're out of the warning really, because this is where the cell is and it's moving away from you. And for the areas, let's say just a little bit east of Oroville, you're also okay. But you should be looking off to the north and to the east. And you're probably seeing this nasty looking cell out there. This looks like it's tracking right along and south of Highway 70, and there is still Doppler indicated rotation with this. And I have not heard anything about having any confirmation of a funnel cloud or a tornado at this time. But because of the Doppler indicated rotation that we do have with it, that's why we do have this warning, and we do have the possibility of damage. So let's go back and repeat what you're supposed to do when you do get into a tornado warning. Take shelter. So as I mentioned earlier, I know you get a tornado warning and we don't get these things very often, and you want to go outside and check it out. But the best thing to do is just to take shelter. And you want to get away from the windows, especially the windows on the south side of the house and the west side of the house, because that's where the wind is likely going to be coming from. And stay in an interior room, a bathroom, or at least a room on the north side of your house, because what you don't want to do is be looking out a window on the south side of your house when debris starts flying into those windows. We have seen that a number of times when we have tornadoes happen in Northern California, and that's the sort of damage that we are looking at. So all of these warnings are up until 4:30 this afternoon. So we're coming up now on 4 o'clock, just a little bit shy of 4 o'clock. So these warnings will be up for another half hour or until the threat dissipates. And I do anticipate that we will continue to see that cell hang on. There's a lot going on right here. I'm actually going to take these the warning layers off to kind of clear things up a little bit. And you can clearly see this cell that is on the back edge of Lake Oroville. I've zoomed in a little bit more on that. So there's the river that goes into Lake Oroville. We have hail with this, we have rotation with this, and yes, so if we are going to be seeing a tornado today, that's likely where it is. Although I'm going to go back to that other one that's near Chico to see where that is as well, and see if we're getting any additional rotation with that. The rotation with this one doesn't look quite as good. I'm going to get the warnings back on here just in case they upgrade that one to a tornado warning. They have not. So let me just go over these one more time for you. So this one is a severe thunderstorm warning up until 4:30 this afternoon. Right next to that is a severe thunderstorm warning up until 4:30 this afternoon. Let me take that off. And then over here, this is a tornado warning that is up until 4:30 this afternoon, and that's up for southwestern Plumas County and eastern Butte County. It is Doppler indicated. Again, so we don't, it's not as if we have a confirmation of a tornado on the ground. This is just Doppler indicated at this time. But there's been enough on the Doppler, the raw Doppler that I was showing you about 10 minutes ago, to show you that we are seeing rather well-defined rotation with that. And that's why we just want to let you know that you ought to be taking shelter from this kind of a storm. Even if you don't have a tornado, this does have hail, heavy downpours, and obviously frequent lightning. And for those of you in this territory, you're surrounded by trees. You don't want to be outside when you have lightning going on. The last thing you want to do is be standing under a tree. So we're going to pause down here for a second as we get ready to start our 4 o'clock news, but we'll continue to update you on this active weather going on right now in Butte County and Plumas County.